YouTube, what it do? Turn down my heat, man. It's your boy Steph, man. Okay, so this is what we want to talk about today, man. I got a real good question, man. Guy hit me up and he said, Steph, does a guy really need to get his heart broke in order for him to, understand how it feels, or understand, women's nature and understand what women are capable of? Do guys really need to, get their heart broke, Steph? Do guys really need to get their heart broke to really take, the red pill? Man, that's just a cold question, bro, because yes, bro, yes, guys need to get their heart broken in order for them to understand. Right? It's just like saying, well, if a guy's come from privilege, and he comes from, I'm talking about a privileged two-parent home, which nothing is wrong with that, because one day, if, depending on how I feel, I do want, a son, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to put my son in the best position possible as a father, you know what I'm saying? And this might be, 15 years when I'm 22 years young, I ain't even thinking about that, but I'm saying, like, when that time comes and I want a son or whatever I have, I'm going to put them in the best position possible, right? They're going to be privileged. So that's like saying, can a privileged person know what the struggle is like, know what it's like coming from the streets in the hood, and they never been through it? No, bruh. A person that's privileged with two parents, their parents bought them a car, they ain't gonna know what it's like catching a bus everywhere, walking. They ain't gonna know what that's like. They not gonna understand what that's like. They can't relate. They can't relate to a person that come from the streets. They just can't. It ain't nothing wrong. It's not like, I come from the streets, I'm tougher than you. Like, nah, bro, ain't nothing wrong with that. It's just, you know what I'm saying, my G? Like, we come from two different backgrounds, fam. Like, I come from the streets, bro, and you don't. You come from two-parent homes. So you can't understand my struggle, and I can't understand whatever it is that you're going through. You might be going through some more emotional things than what I'm going through, right? Because, but can I get out the street, little homie? Oh, fam. You know what I'm saying? To answer your question, G, nah, bro. How can a man truly take the red pill if he ain't really experienced nothing? That's why you have certain guys, new subscribers that come to my comment section that say, Stephon, man, you sound hurt. You sound like somebody hurt you. Now that sounds like a female coming from a man's heart. That's that feminine. That's that feminine. Man, these people can't drive. G. That's that feminist idea of I hate women and I don't hate women, or someone hurt me. Somebody did hurt me. But when you ever hear a man come with that, you just know that he's a little bitch. He has bitch tendencies. Oh, man, who hurt you? And they be for real about it. Right out the gate, you being red pill aware, you know that, yeah, this is a little bitch. You bitch made. Right? So he lacks understanding because he never experienced what we all experience. Right? He probably never experienced a girl leaving him and playing him when he thought that she was really in love with him and liking him. He probably never experienced that. Right? Probably never did. So when you try to tell your homies about, female nature, and you try to put your homies on game about, how women are, and they ain't trying to hear you, why do you get mad? Don't get mad. Be like, all right, bro, one day you will get it. One day it'll make sense. Right? Because this is why I respect my pop so much. Even though me and him, we didn't have a great relationship growing up, but right now our relationship is fantastic. Like, I love my dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though, my dad was in the streets when we were younger, so I didn't understand that as a youngin'. But as I got older, you know, it made sense. He let me know, like, son, I couldn't be there because I was trying to protect you and your brothers. You know, I got two brothers from my dad. So I got a little brother and I got my twin brother that you guys seen on my stream, right? So, you know, my dad was always told me about women. Like, he always told me about a woman cheating. My dad would always say, never be surprised if she cheat on you. My dad would always say, you know, son, don't put all your emotions in a woman. You know, my dad would say, son, don't think you the only guy. But I'm so oblivious. And mom like, Dad, well, I don't know what you talking about, Pops. My dad, you don't know what you talking about, right? I didn't believe what my pops was trying to tell me, right? I didn't. Just like my dad was telling me about entrepreneurship, you know, he inspired me to be a entrepreneur. He used to tell me, son, you need to start your own business on the side. You start selling candy, start selling chips. Son, how long you think that job is going to keep you working there? Son, you need to be doing this. But I'm like, Dad, I got this. And then when it happened, then it made sense. So, in other words, what I'm trying to say is, G, people think what we talk about, fellas, isn't the norm. Honestly, people think what we talk about, they think it don't happen. People think what we talk about, think that we hate women. The game that I give y'all, or y'all watch other, you know, channels that give y'all games, they think that we don't know what we're talking about. Cause so what do? They shame us right away because they don't want us to be woke to this truth, right? Because they don't have that understanding to understand the female's nature, to understand the female's mating strategy. We understand their mating strategy. We understand what they're capable of doing. That's why we capitalize on what we're supposed to be doing and how to maximize on our results with these women, right? That's what we do as men. But they would shame us into wanting us to be beta cuck simps. They would shame us to want us to continue to be blue pill. And our blue pill just means you lack understanding, right? That's what they continue us to be. You feel what I'm saying? So you can't make your friend like red pill aware to female nature. You just can't. Now, you could suggest him to read a Rollo Tomasi's book or AMS's book or, you know, Coach Greg Adams' book, or you could suggest him to, you know, watch certain YouTube channels just in case he can get on game. Like, hey, bro, like, you should definitely read this book. Like, you know, my mentor, Super Mario, he posted Rollo Tomasi's The Rational Male book, right? And he said it's a really must read for all men. Like, he said that all men should read it. So coming from a guy like that, that's inspiring and, you know, on a higher level, that is going to, if he's reading other motivational books that he says all men should read, and then he come out with this book and he tell men should read The Rational Male book, that's going to encourage men to read the book, not understanding female nature, but if they read it and then they practice it and they see it for what it really is, and it's like, oh yeah, this stuff is true. But not everybody going to understand, fellas. And guess what, man? That's okay. That's all right, bro. That's okay. Ain't nothing you could do about that. Not everybody's going to understand what the female is doing, why she's doing it, when she's about to do it. Bro, and guess what, G? That is fine with me. That's okay with me, G. I have no problem with that. None. Zero problems with that. You know what I'm saying? I have zero problems with that. At the end of the day, you let them be who they are. At the end of the day, you let them be who you are. You cannot red pill your friends. You can't. You cannot show your friends the red pill because they will deny it quick, fast, and in a hurry. All right, fellas? Peace.